DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hey, welcome to FLX Weekly here on Wednesday, June 17th, 2026. I'm Jim Sinicropi, live inside the FingerLakes1.com studios here in Seneca Falls, New York. And today we're going to have some representatives from the Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity to learn about the great work they're doing, how you can support it, discuss housing in Cayuga County and how the Habitat program works. And, we've had guests from the Seneca County Habitat on before in the past, and it really is an interesting program that hopefully you'll know a lot more about by the time we finish this episode. So I'll be joined by Mary Pidgeon. She's the executive director of the Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity. Her husband, Larry Pidgeon, who's the construction supervisor, and Larry Epstein, who's on the board and also the treasurer. But first, this episode of FLX Weekly is brought to you by Auburn Auto Group. When it comes to selection and service after the sale, Auburn Auto Group has been the premier destination for new and used car buyers for close to 40 years. Among the brands offered on Route 5 in Auburn include Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Toyota, and Subaru. Thanks to their wide range of makes and models, you're sure to find your new or used car at Auburn Auto Group. And also Weston Company Diamonds and Jewelry. Weston Company Diamonds and Jewelry is a full-service family-owned jewelry store serving Auburn and the surrounding communities. Check them out online at westandcompany.com or stop in and browse their selections at 10 Genesee Street in downtown Auburn. Weston Company, crafting fine jewelry since 1982. So they've been crafting, it was 9 years prior to that the Knicks won their last championship before this week, the New York Knicks, and Weston Company Jewelry, 1982. So I always like to point out, how long a span that was for New York Knicks fans. But that's not what the show is about today. We're going to talk about Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity. So happy to welcome Mary, Larry, and Larry. You remember the show Newhart?
Yes.
Well, I'll leave it at that. Mary, welcome back. You were on a few weeks ago. We were talking about the Sweet Treat Trail in Cayuga County, and you're operator of Believe Bakery in Auburn. But today we're going to talk about the Habitat for Humanity, and specifically Cayuga County Habitat. And as executive director, it's obviously something you care deeply about. But explain to our viewers kind of what Habitat for Humanity is and how it works.
Thanks, Jim. Yes, Habitat for Humanity is on the international level, and Habitat for Humanity International has affiliates across the United States and abroad. We, Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity, are located in Auburn, New York. We service the entire county of Cayuga County. We are very excited to be here today, so thank you for that. We provide a couple of different programs to the county. The first one is our home ownership program, where we provide affordable housing for families in the Cayuga County area. They have to meet our eligibility criteria in order to participate in the program. With that being said, they have to have low to moderate income, and they have to have a need for housing. That's one of our pillars for the program. So they have to have a need presented by maybe overcrowding in their home, for example, and that would be one of the qualifying events for them to be participating in the program. The program provides an affordable mortgage for a home buyer. We are typically building or renovating in the city of Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we are working on Grove Avenue in Auburn, New York, and the partner family that we have selected has been able to prove their eligibility and their ability to pay for a mortgage. And they will be partnering with us as well, providing over 100 hours of sweat equity for the program itself. So that's part of the program requirements, is to be able to be on the job site, and helping with the build itself. They can also provide volunteer hours for community service as well.
A lot of times, these volunteers, after their home is finished, will also volunteer in other projects, which is a major misconception about Habitat for Humanity, is that these folks are getting a house for free. They have a mortgage after that, they have, just like everybody else. A lot of times these candidates might not have been eligible for a mortgage through traditional means, but they're also putting in a lot of sweat equity along with volunteers, to renovate these homes, and it is a major misconception that it's just a gift of a house. It couldn't be further from the truth, but it does
Exactly.
provide an avenue for families who may not otherwise be able to afford a house on their own.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. We provide a lot of support in relation to the sweat equity as a way to bring down the cost of the
Mm-hmm.
home, as well as providing a subsidy depending on the formula that we use. They also will get a subsidy for the property that goes towards the purchase price, as well as seeking any grants that are available for that person or that family. So it does help. All those different criteria do help bring the cost of the home down to an affordable amount for the family. So we always start with the fair market value. So
Yep.
so it is a lot of work to get that house that is appraised at 130 down to an affordable
Mm-hmm.
mortgage for a family that makes between, let's say, $35,000 and $45,000 a year.
Right.
And that we also have to qualify them with including all their debt. And their debt to income ratio is part of that formula, but
Mm-hmm.
they can't exceed more than 30% of their gross income.
Okay. And how many people apply generally?
We typically have about 15 to 25 applicants.
And from there, you have to choose one or
One.
two at a time?
We typically choose one in every enrollment period. So we have a property, and then we get an application enrollment period started, and as we interview the candidates and we have orientations, typically we have several that will automatically drop out, knowing the criteria, and they recognize that they're not going to be able to meet the criteria. And then we kind of keep whittling down the folks that do apply, that do attend orientation, and eventually we do interviews, and eventually we have a rubric that we do a scoring methodology, and then we find that the folks that have the highest need and that also have the ability to pay.
Okay. A lot of different angles to take here,
Hmm.
but I want to start with your husband, Larry, also the owner of Pidgeon Roofing and Renovations, construction supervisor on these projects. So uh, there's a lot to kind of unpack there. I know that you receive a lot of donations in terms of materials, but also, well, there we go. That might be
Well, it's not me.
Oh, sorry. Thought I turned it off.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
It's my lovely bride's phone.
Oh, okay. Well, we can set this episode to music. But let's talk about what it's like having volunteers and working with the homeowners as a contractor. You're donating a lot of your time, obviously, as are the volunteers that are working on the project. But what's a typical construction site work like? Because there's a lot of people, it seems, that are on site that maybe aren't professional home builders, right?
Oh, that's true. I was quite surprised when I got involved with this on the vigor of the volunteers. I
Mhm.
found out that it's almost a joke is I have lawyers, electrical engineers, architects, and doctors, and they all went into the bar. No, I never came up with the punchline. But but the bottom line is these guys are very smart, my core, and we get all kinds of visitors for all kinds of reasons that want to put in time to help the community. But I find that it's just, for me, it's a breath of fresh air to be around the volunteers, and
Mhm.
I fight for them, and I'm always praising them because
Yeah.
I find it just completely amazing. And then my number one goal as a construction supervisor is to make sure that they have fun and that they're safe.
Yeah.
And then everything that they do beyond that is a bonus, like getting work done.
Mm-hmm.
So we want it to be a pleasant experience for everybody that visits. And I find myself facilitating a lot of the challenges is when we have a group in, we have to make sure we have something for everybody to do.
Yeah.
And that can be a challenge when there's 60 people in the building
Yeah.
and we split up and divide and conquer. But I delegate a lot of the authority to very accomplished core of volunteers.
Right.
And then everybody else that comes, we just make sure that it's a great experience or they learn something that they wanted to learn.
All right. And now Larry too, or Larry Epstein, the from the board and the treasurer. Talk a little bit about like just the economics of all this. So you need materials. Mary mentioned the type of economic qualifications that a prospective candidate for Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity has to meet. It's how does all that get managed?
Well, I'm retired. I don't have side gigs like these two, so I have a little more time to put into managing money. Um, Basically, we need to fundraise. We need to get contributions of not only materials but also cash donations. We apply for grants because we're subsidizing the purchase of the house. We need to raise money through a variety of means to cover not only the difference between what they buy the house for and what it costs to fit out,
Mm-hmm.
but also to cover the fixed costs. Habitat for Humanity has fixed costs. We have insurance, we have rent, we have
Right.
salaries, we have, costs that need to be covered. So it's a combination of cash donations, grants, and donations of materials.
So it's no mystery now in this country that there's a housing crisis. How does the current state of things in regards to the housing crisis here and high mortgage rates and lack of affordable housing, how does that affect what you guys are doing?
Well, I think any of us could answer that, but I would say there is a limit to how many houses per year we can build just because of the volunteer.
That's not like a legal limit, that's just a
No.
logistics limit.
If we had hundreds of volunteers, we could do hundreds of houses.
Sure.
Or at least,
Yeah.
a few more each year. We typically do 1 to 2 houses each year. Last year, we closed on the sale of 3 houses to homeowners who we selected. Um, and so we are helping with the housing crisis as best we can.
Yeah, one house at a time, right?
But yeah, it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
So we're just one part of the solution.
But it hasn't, the current state of things, has it made what you're trying to do more difficult?
Well, yes, because we have to either buy land or buy a house that needs to be rehabbed. So we're in the marketplace competing against other home buyers and property buyers like everybody else. So that
Right.
creates some pressure on us in that we have to pay more for a property than we'd like.
Yeah.
And that can ultimately affect what we can sell it for.
There is a lot of different things I want to talk about here, but since you mentioned the funding comes from grants and then donations, Mary, let's probably be a good time to talk about what's going on at Del Lago this month, casino up in Tyre.
Yes, thank you so much. As Larry mentioned, we do a lot of fundraising, and the Del Lago event is a new one for us, and we are so excited to to have been selected for their Give 5, Get 10 program. So we will be for the whole month of July on every Saturday from 10 to 3. You can head out to Del Lago and you can go to the promotion table and say, hey, I want to donate $5. And if you do that, the donation will go directly to Cayuga County Habitat for Humanity, and you will get $10 in free play. So it's a pretty sweet deal if you're interested in attending the Del Lago event, again, every Saturday in July from 10 to 3. So you can donate $50, for example, and you'll get $100 of
Oh,
free
wow.
play.
Is there a limit? Do you
So
know?
there you have to be a member of the different levels of their
Oh, right.
program to
Yeah.
be able to get the higher selection. But whatever you do donate is going to go directly to Habitat for Humanity. So
Oh,
our
that's
affiliate will
amazing.
be,
Yeah.
yes. And Zach is the marketing director who we met with. He is phenomenal. He actually is a resident of Cayuga County. So we are
Okay.
excited that he is very passionate about Cayuga County and helping non-for-profits and any other agency that it hasn't been in the limelight. So we're kind of excited about that, and we look forward to collaborating with him in future events as well.
Okay. So that's Del Lago Casino, out by the through exit. Entire lot going on out there all the time, but Saturdays in July, 10 to 3, you donate $5, you get $10 back in free play. So if you were looking, if you're already going out there to play some blackjack or something like that, this would be a chance to kind of double what you have to play for and help a great cause. So that's awesome that they're doing that. What other ways are people able to help outside of straight up volunteering?
Thank you. Well, we are always eager for folks, individuals, corporations, funders to donate. We really, as Larry mentioned, we do rely on the community at large to help support our mission. And without that, we really would have a difficult time sustaining our vision and mission. So we thank all of our current uh, corporate sponsors. We are working on a more well-rounded corporate experience for companies that do want to donate and be a house sponsor. So we look forward to introducing that in the near future, but also individual donors. We have some that are donate $10 a month. Any donation helps. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we're very thankful for everybody that does that. We all also have an event coming up in September 11th, our Women Build. Yeah, that is another great program that women can attend, and men are welcome as well. And we have a day that Larry coordinates a bunch of wonderful experiences for women to learn new skills and to share their existing skills if they have a talent in painting or some other area. And it's $35 to attend, and it's Saturday. We have two shifts. One it starts at 9 and one starts at 12. We do serve lunch. We have plenty of snacks and water to keep you hydrated, and it's a fun-filled day for women to come together and build hope and community.
Okay. And then also the website, CayugaHabitat.org. You can learn more there and find ways to donate directly there at the website. Um, so I'll throw this out to anybody. One of you guys maybe. Cayuga County is a huge county. I mean, geographically, from north to south, it, it it really stretches up from Lake Ontario down to almost Ithaca. Um, how do you decide where you're going to build, or do you focus mainly in Auburn? Like how does that work?
Well, I can answer that if you want me to first, and then
Sure.
add to that. Well, primarily we have been focusing in the city of Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great relationship with the City of Auburn Economic Development Department, and they often keep us abreast of land opportunities and properties that are valuable. But as Larry Epstein, as Larry said, there is a challenge with other people that want to buy these properties and bid up above us. But we
Yeah.
do kind of get the inside scoop from the city folks, and so that has been historically been our genre, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But we do look forward to branching out into more rural areas. We can take advantage of USDA grants.
Right.
Yeah, so if we can branch out, that'll be great. But unfortunately, there's challenges because either there's no properties
Mm-hmm.
available, like in Port Byron. I've worked with the superintendent of schools, and there's nothing out there. It's very difficult to find a property.
Gotcha.
So we will look forward to building a modular home in the near future. That is one of our strategic plan goals that we are hoping to do over time. And a rural area would probably be the most economical for that
Sure.
venture. But if we get something in the city, we might take advantage of that too.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. Cayuga County is very, 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 very long. What's over 70 miles or something crazy. But we do also, just as a little footnote, because the team does such a great job in our critical home repair program. We've been branched out to Red Creek. We've done a repair all the way up to Red Creek, Sterling, and we've been down to Groton.
So that's pretty much the north and south
Yeah, so
points. Yeah.
we're very excited to broaden that scope, and the critical repairs gives us that opportunity to do that because it's a one and done, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a weekend event that we've done doors, we've done. Well, we can let Larry talk about that, but we've done a lot of projects that have been amazing. We
Okay.
also collaborate with Arise, who in Cayuga County that provides ramps. So we also do that ramp program with collaboration with them because they're experts in that field.
So how do these projects like these the repair or like you say the
Critical
ramp?
repair.
Yeah.
There's an application process, and then when I have a list of people, I contact them, and we have $5,000 available, which goes a long way because it's volunteer help,
Mm-hmm.
and we buy the materials, and we go there with a group of volunteers that sometimes we can't work on a project or whatever, and we'll
Yeah.
go there and we'll do it on a weekend or collaborate with somebody, and the people, it's very enjoyable because the people are very needy and
Yeah.
they have critical repairs, which means that it's something that's letting cold air in or a window that's broken
Yeah.
that's compromising their safety. We got doors going on, windows, ramps,
Mm-hmm.
and weatherizing and things like that. So that's a lot of fun for the volunteers because they get a lot of satisfaction to see how the individuals that we help are so grateful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We got a fairly large grant specifically for our critical repair program.
Okay.
So it's enabled us, while we only maybe do one or two houses a year, we can do a critical repair, for a needy family
Mm-hmm.
that has an emergency need. We can do, dozens of those a year,
Yeah.
and enables us to serve the larger community regardless of whether they're in Auburn or not.
Yeah. And what an impact. I mean, um, you know, life can be tough, and for a family that has this type of issue, sometimes they don't have family to turn to, some they don't have the resources to solve that issue. So you got to be like knights in shining armor coming in and installing a ramp for someone who needs access to the home, or weatherizing those types of projects. It's got to be, they have to be extremely grateful. And then at the end of the day, when they some of these are families with children, for the children to see that there's people out there willing to help. It's just an all around, great thing, I think. So thank you guys for what you do in that regard, for sure. So you're at Grove Avenue in Auburn right now. What's the status of that project?
That's 17 Grove Avenue, and we've had it for about 2 months. And I just cannot believe the way it's done an about face over the last 3 or 4 weeks. And the house wasn't as bad as normally the houses that we get, but there were some immediate issues that were bigger than we thought. But we're getting better at staying on budget, and we're not committing to the timeline that is grandiose, and
Yeah.
we're trying to be more realistic
Mm-hmm.
and more responsible on it, and making sure that we're getting the most bang for the money that we have available, and we're still having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the key to me. And I'm always will be grateful to anybody that comes out. You don't have to be experienced. You just need to have the need to either want to learn or help someone, and
Sure.
you're more than welcome.
Yep. People bring their own tools sometimes, or
We have tools, but we find that sometimes it's easier if we have the tools available and we don't go out and buy one. We don't really have to go out and buy them. We have a trailer on the site that we've had for a long time, and we
Mhm.
store a lot of the equipment. So we're pretty much ready to go, but the people coming don't need to bring anything but a smile and
yeah.
the willingness to have fun and learn
Yeah, it's a
and
great
be
way.
safe.
It's a great way to. A lot of people feel like they want to do something, and don't know exactly what, but volunteering on a habitat project will certainly scratch that itch and meet new people. uh, and just feel like you're accomplishing something, towards the greater good, I guess, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I started as a construction volunteer
Mm-hmm.
before I joined the board. And, the first week they had me hauling trash, but within a month or two, I was hanging drywall and installing flooring and
Well,
with instruction.
yeah.
I mean, I have DIY skills, like do stuff around my house, but I would never do what I do at home to someone else's house.
Right. But yeah,
Um,
I suppose stuff you're learning on the job at these Cayuga Habitat for Humanity builds are something that you can take home to your own
yes,
property.
absolutely.
Yeah. I have some projects too now that you're so accomplished that maybe you might want to help out.
I won't haul your trash, but
Yeah, well, it's awesome. It's a great program. Again, CayugaHabitat.org is the place to find out more information and to help. Remember, Saturdays in July at Del Lago, you basically donate $5, you'll get $10 in free plays. If you donate 50, you'll get 100. So if you're planning on going to Del Lago to play some games, Saturdays in July between 10 and 3 o'clock would be a time where you can certainly get more bang for your buck and support a great program for Habitat for Humanity. The Woman Build coming up Saturday, September 12th is a great thing too. You can learn more at the website. And yeah, thank you guys for coming in and sharing this important information about Cayuga Habitat for Humanity.
thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Jim.
having
Our
us.
pleasure.
Appreciate
Any
it.
parting shots, Mary?
We just want to say thank you for allowing us to be here today and thank the community for supporting us over the years. We've been around since 1991 and we just keep growing and we really want to make our mark in the community and help as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And with a crowd like this, Larry and the rest of our board, we've been really working diligently to bring our vision and mission to life. So thank you.
Well,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome. Thanks for
Mhm.
coming in, guys.
Sure, thank you.
And thanks everybody for joining us today. If you enjoyed the show, click like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. We'll be back again next Wednesday. It'll be Catherine Chase from the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail, and I'm not sure what she's got in mind, but it's always fun. So that'll be next Wednesday. Until then, have a great summer weekend here in the Finger Lakes.
FLX